day. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Make sure you watch, you like, and comment. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for your love and support. I'm really overwhelmed by your uh, by this love, guys. So today I am back here with another video. So today I will be telling you a story that I got from my grandmother. And I am not so good in giving stories, but I'm gonna try anyways. So yeah. A few months ago, I visited my grandmother and I asked her how she met my grandfather. And now she gave me the story, but she shied off from telling it on camera. A few months ago, I visited my grandmother and I asked her how she met my grandfather and how her dowry was paid and just how the celebration was and everything. And apparently she gave me the story how she was married and how things happened. And yeah, this is the story I'll be telling you today. So let's go straight to the video. Stay tuned. My grandmother told me this on her marriage and how they used to be married off back then. So apparently, she never met my grandfather anywhere. They never met, just like our story here. You meet someone, you fall in love, and yeah, you decide on when to get married and stuff. Yeah, so for her it was different. So back then I come from Eastern, so this is the culture that used to be there back then. Right, today is not practiced, things changed, and yeah, things are different. So for my grandmother, a man would identify you and then they will go through your parents to get you. So this is what my grandfather did. My grandfather was already I don't know whether to call him an old man by then or something, but he had another family and he had interest in my grandmother. Back then all the men used to sit in the evening. They used to sit around the gate area in the evening, and the ladies are inside the houses cooking, and then they give them food. That's what used to happen. So my grandfather started visiting my grandmother's home and made those visits regularly, in which case he had developed interest in my grandmother, which he went through my great grandfather. So this grandfather of mine, now he started visiting my grandmother's place regularly, and bringing, sometimes he would now they started negotiating the dowry in secret, and the dowry started being paid in bits by bits. Imagine. So he would at some point bring goats, and you just your home and you'll just see goats coming. This old guy bringing goats, and they are put in the cow sheds and or whatever. Other times he will bring goats, other times he will bring food stuff. Kumbe, he's paying your dowry without you knowing. So, and then things went on and on. One day, they came with the traditional alcohol, Kamba traditional alcohol. It is called kalobu. And I don't know, the goat was slaughtered, and they had some something traditional to eat together. And yeah, and that's now after that thing, that small event that happened, kids were not allowed there. So my great grandmother was sent to tell my grandmother that she should pack her things and follow this man who was my grandfather. Imagine. So, and she had no room to. I asked her, why is it that she didn't fight? And she told me she had no room to fight and she couldn't, because if you object anything that your parents have planned for you, you would be beaten so badly. So the only option she had follow was to follow the this my grandfather. So that's how she was married off. So back then they used to be sold off even without their knowledge. You will just be told that pack your things and go. Your dowry has already been paid and everything, and yeah, you're married. Just imagine. And now you're getting married to to an old man who has a family. Just imagine trying to fit in. So in which case, back then the character developments that had there today never used to be there. Actually, women who used to get the character developments of getting married to people they don't know completely and they don't really love. So you just had to learn how to love this person. And I found it so weird, and so just so bad. Okay, it's culture and everything, the things that used to happen back then, in my grandmother's time. But then it's just so weird and everything. So I found it weird and somehow interesting, because it's something that I didn't know. You hear of the things, you hear of these things happen, and people are sold off or married off without their knowledge at some age. And I felt that was really terrible. It was really so terrible to marry someone you're not in love with just because they spotted you and they want you, so you just marry someone. There's no love. It's an old man who already has a family, and yeah, it's culture, it's things that used to happen. But I felt like it wasn't a good way. Of course, right now there's no such things in the society, and I never got a chance to meet my grandfather, so I wouldn't tell how what kind of a person he was. Probably, I hope he was good, from the stories I hear, but he was really strict. Yeah, so this is the story I wanted to tell you guys. Just anyway, that was the story for today. See you in the next video. We'll be telling you more about our culture. See you. Please subscribe if you've not subscribed. Watch, like, and comment. Bye.